So let's go to question number 3. This comes from Granny B, who says, thank you for your teaching on head coverings and hair. At my age and health, it's hard to manage my long hair. May I cut it chin length as long as I keep it looking feminine and still relatively longer than a man's? Is simply maintaining that gender distinction the important part? So Granny, I gotta tell you, Granny B, I gotta tell you from my perspective, okay, this is, don't take this as this is scripture answering this question for you. This is me, Mike, giving his opinion to you, because I think the scripture doesn't answer. It just says longer hair. So I tend to have a more like flexible and hold with a looser hand when I don't have the exact description of how long. I think, and R.C. Sproul said this, and I thought there was a lot of wisdom in it, longer than a man's hair would be, than a typical man's cut. And a typical man's cut, what's clearly a male haircut, is pretty short. I think that if you have what you're talking about, chin length hair, it just looks feminine. It looks like feminine hair that's a little bit, a bit longer. Than I think that seems reasonable to me, and I wouldn't personally have any issue with it. If anybody does have an issue with it, I would just let them know, hey, if you this is with a clear conscience, you do it, then you say, hey, I believe I'm honoring the Lord in my heart here, and I'd ask you to give me some room to disagree with you on this issue. And yeah. In my opinion, what you described, may I cut it chin length as long as I keep it looking feminine and still relatively longer than a man's? I think that it doesn't mean your hair has to be longer than every man out there. There's guys with all different lengths hair, and that would no girl would win, or almost none of them would win. So that would not be reasonable. I think that seems like a good solution to me.